Hello everyone, this is Dr. Haque. Today I'd like to mention why ketosis is dangerous and why ketosis is great for you. So, of course, ketosis is great for people who can adopt it, who can adjust it. And ketosis is not good for you if you cannot tolerate the fat in your tummy. So, how do you know, right? If you don't know that keto is good for you, it might be dangerous for you. So you got to be careful before you adopt ketogenic diet. And if you don't be careful, if you just keep taking a lot of fat, that is going to be dangerous. It's going to be cause of death. So first we need to know why ketosis is dangerous for you or great for you, or ketosis is why. Yes, everyone can hear me, right? Okay. So So to understand the ketosis, we need to consider the digestion ability. You need to see your colon health, you see your underlying health issue. You have to look at your insulin resistance. You have to look at your triglyceride level, your enzyme and bacterial profile. You have to look at your free radical production. So all things need to be considered when you think about ketogenic diet, because when you have low bacterial profile, you don't have enough digestion to digest fat, that you cannot digest the fat. In my experience, I saw many patients, they went to ER. They have to go emergency room because they trying to adopt the ketogenic diet. So what is ketogenic diet, right? So which means body is going to be taking it necessary calorie from the fat, because body can take energy from the sugar, from the carbohydrate, or from the fat. If it takes from the fat, that is called ketogenic diet. For instance, you can have rice and bread and barley and quinoa and potato. This could be your energy level. It's very quick burning, but that's called sugar glucose metabolism. But if you take fat metabolism, that means body is taking energy from the fat, like meat and fish and egg, all kind of oils and nuts and beans. That could be helpful for you. But the problem is that when you do this kind of healthy fat, that might gonna be dangerous for you because you might not be able to digest them. So the very first thing you need to check whether you can get all ketogenic diet, all the ketone body fat based food or not. If you look at your digestion ability, do you have enough enzyme in your body? Because human body have more than 5,000 enzyme. Throughout the time, if you have any underlying health issue, if you have a digestion problem, you deplete the enzyme level. And microbiome, human body have a 50 to 500 to 600 trillion microbiomes. So when you deplete the microbiome, so deplete the good bacteria in your body, then body cannot digest that kind of fat. So if you look at how you feel after eating the fatty food, and if you can digest well, that is fantastic for you. You can adopt the ketogenic diet, you stay away from the sugar, you stay away from the carbohydrate, but you can take lot of plant-based food, because ketogenic diet, which means fatty food, need lot of enzyme support, and so you need lot of fiber as well. You need lot of fiber for supporting your bacteria. Bacteria need fiber, and fiber has to be soluble fiber, not the bean and nuts. So soluble fiber you can get from the plant-based diet. So get the soluble fiber from the plant-based diet. That will support your good bacteria, that will support your digestion for the fat. And then ketogenic diet, which is a fat-based energy, fat metabolism, is going to be good for you. The problem in the society, for my patient, I saw that a lot of time they don't digest anything, but if they're taking more fat, it's going to be very dangerous for them. Especially people have a diabetes, a chronic health issue like a heart disease and cancer and autoimmune disease. They have big issue with the digestion. So no matter how much they like I like fat, no matter how much they like fat, they cannot digest the fat. It's gonna be bloating, it's gonna be inflammation, because indigestion gonna make a lot of inflammation, and inflammation gonna make a lot of infection in the colon and intestine. So, and if food is not indigested, also bad bacteria will grow. You don't want bad pathogens and pathogens to grow and then makes you chronic disease and other health issue. So if you are healthy, if you can digest food, if you don't have underlying health issue, if you are feeling good after taking a lot of fat, ketogenic diet is good for you. So, but if you have issue with a digesting fat, what do you do? You go to the sugar metabolism, taking the non-fatty food? No. That in that case, you have to take a lot of enzyme, probiotic, and enzyme and probiotic will support your digestion to burn the fat. So in the end of in a few months, you can again able to adopt the ketogenic diet, because at the end of the day, you have to get your fatty food burned in your body, because you need fatty acid, you need your hormone production, you need vitamin D, you need your brain function, you need support, your nervous system support, and that will come from the fat with a ketogenic diet with enough healthy fatty acid. So ketogenic is a long-term solution. You have to adopt ketogenic diet in some point of your life, but if you cannot do that, make sure you improve your digestion, support your body underlying health problems, and you also can do try to get plant-based carbohydrate, not the starchy carbohydrate like a rice and bread and wheat and barley and quinoa and potato and corn and sweet and kind of dates and corn. Those are glucose metabolism if you take them, and that's going to make your triglyceride high, that's going to make insulin resistant, that's going to welcome all the disease. So you have to come out of glucose metabolism, you have to go ketone metabolism, which is a fatty food for your main source of energy. But if you cannot do temporarily, take care of your health, improve your digestion, and support your body to remove underlying health issue, so that you can digest the fat, and then you can be healthy. But for the short term, it could be a cause of death if you are not being careful, because that have that have a lot of side effect. It's going to make a bloating, indigestion, irritation, and then another problem is people trying to get fat with not having enough plant-based food. You have to be plant-based carbohydrate, like all kind of plants, all kind of, I can name on hundreds of plants, right? So all kind of plant food you need to support enzyme and fiber and probiotic support, so that you can digest the fat. In summary, you need a ketogenic diet. If you cannot adopt it, support your body to get rid of health problem, support your body with a probiotic and enzyme, so that you can digest the fat. And of course, nutritional keto, which is, you have to say enough food has to be enough with a mineral and fiber and all kind of ions and electrolytes. Then ketogenic diet is good for you. In summary, ketogenic diet could be dangerous, could be helpful, depending on who you are, how you're supporting your body with the digestion, and what kind of underlying health issue you have. If you can follow that route, you should be fine. So maintain ketogenic diet, and if you cannot, help your body so body can adjust it. And end of the day, ketogenic diet is going to be a blessing for you. It is not going to make you ROS or free radical, because if you have a plant-based diet, it can eliminate ROS or oxidative stress or free radical. So you should be fine. Let me know if you have any question. Thank you.